The role of the director is to bring together the vision of the production as well as to lead others into making it a reality and making it real. Today joining me on set will be Bernadette again and also Dr. Helmer Hilwig, where we will talk about the director. Welcome to Seasons of Music. My name is Christopher Aird. Hi everyone, welcome to Seasons of Music. I'm here on this beautiful property of Hillstein Manor in St. Augustine, and joining me on set today is Dr. Helmer Hilwig and Bernadette Laughlin-Scott. Today we are talking about being a director and what it means to be a director in the Love Movement Choir. Hi Helmer, how are you? Hi Bernadette.
Hi, good
Morning. So Helmer, first, tell me about yourself. Tell me how you managed to be in Trinidad. I know you're a doctor, but you are also a director. How did that come about?
Now, I am originally from the Netherlands, and I came in 1983 to Trinidad. And my intention was just to stay for 1 year because I was supposed to join Doctors Without Borders in Sudan, where my girlfriend was at that point of time. And but during my time in the Netherlands, I had spent either my time in the university and in my free time in the professional drama world as an actor at that point of time. So I came with kind of a lot of interest already in dramatic issues. So when I came in 1983, then it was just in a few months I started to explore what are the dramatic opportunities here in Trinidad. Mm-hmm. And then I came out also, I was introduced to the Love Movement via one of your
members.
Well-known members, Gerald Barnes. And I remember very well that I did a little audition by Bernadette, and that was just a little scale. In fact, I didn't come for the singing, but I heard already that she is very well known for having quite a nice dramatic productions. And so I started there first in a little, as a bass too, next to Gerald Barnes. And in fact, from then on, she has asked me to assist her in almost every production she did. So we're talking about 38 years. And in the meantime, I got also acquainted with other choirs, drama groups and whatever. But there was something what always, that is why it kept me for 38 years connected to Bernadette, because her choir and her production, that is not just a choir and singing or whatever. That has to be a total production. That has to be a dramatic production. That has to be impact. So just as important as the singing is the costumes and the set and the dramatic expressions and a total experience. Right. That has also perhaps to do a little bit with Bernadette's background. Yeah. Because it is not only a dramatic experience, but it's also a spiritual experience. Right. Now, in principle, of course, music that goes straight to your soul, that don't have to go via your brain. And therefore, music speaks directly to the soul.
So you're saying that you didn't really come to join the choir, but you wanted to experience something more in terms of directing?
You can have your ideas, but Bernadette and I, that clicked straight away from the beginning. What is the dramatic narrative over here? What emotion do we want to get to the surface? Yeah. And there was never in the 38 years a moment that Bernadette said something and said, "What are you talking about? We have to do it so." Never, ever. It was always complimentary. Right. And that made also working together such a fantastic experience.
So Bernadette, just coming to you. So when choosing the songs, do you, share it with Helmer, or do you choose a song based on a vision in your mind as the producer, and then you will, because I know that's what usually happens, and then the director now has to sort of create the vision visually for persons?
Well, I choose the songs out of my spirit. I pray about every production I've done. I listen to countless pieces of music, all types, and I know this production, like this last one, was Love So Amazing, and I look back on my life and what God has done for my life and for Love Movement, and even losing my voice that I could never sing again, but out of the death of my voice came the lights of love, and the youth and the mission just grew. I look for music that I am sure that especially if I hear it once, it has touched my soul. I don't go back 4 and 5 times. I just listen a few things and I make a short list. So it's what I think that when people sit there, they wouldn't just see something visually, but something deeper will happen to them in listening to the music. So I choose my music and then I say, Helmer, this is what we are doing. And as he said, even this year he said to me, even while the group was on stage, he whispered, he said, the choice of the songs again, that the youth and everybody is doing, it has such a deep meaning, and the audiences have been saying that since the show, so it's glory to God. It's a connection with him, it's asking his guidance, that it would not just be an empty expression that you could put on a CD and listen, but they will experience visually and emotionally something that will change their lives.
But so Helmer, in terms of directing, is it different directing a play versus a musical or
Now, yeah, good. Of course, a play completely depending on what you can set in words and in body language. Of course, the music is enormously helpful because the music itself, the song sets already a certain mood, and now it is for me not to interfere too much with the song, but to make the song even more brighter and dramatically going straight into the audience mind and soul and whatever.
Is this where the magic comes from?
Long ago, when my 3 babies had just been born, your abuelo Pedro and I were forced to flee our home. And many people joined us, hoping to find a new home. But we could not escape the dangers, and your abuelo was lost. But in our darkest moments, we were given a miracle, a candle with a magical flame that can never go out. It blessed us with a house, a place of wonder.
An encanto.
The miracle grew, and our home, our casita, came alive to shelter us. And when my children came of age, the miracle blessed each with a magical gift. And together, our family's gifts have made our new home a paradise.
Wait! When is the magic gift happening? My cousin's ceremony is tonight. What's his gift? You're gonna have to wait and find out. What's your gift? Who's asking? Us? Well, us. I can't just talk about myself. I'm only one part of the amazing madrigals. Who's all the amazing madrigals? Hold on. You will hear it. Casita, hit it. This Clara Abuela runs this show. Whoa, she led us here so many years ago. Whoa, and every year our family blessings grow. There's just a lot you simply got to know. So welcome to the family madrigal, the home of the family madrigal, where all the people are fantastical and magical. I'm part of the family madrigal. Might be a bit, but her mood affects weather. When she's unhappy, well, the temperature gets weird. Might be a Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno. They say he saw the future. One day he disappeared. Oh, and that's my mom, Julieta. Here's her deal. Whoa, the truth is she can heal you with a meal. Whoa, her recipes are remedies for real. If you're impressed, imagine how I feel, Mom. Welcome to the family madrigal, the home of the family madrigal, where all the people are fantastical and magical. I'm part of the family madrigal. So guys fall in love with the family madrigal, and now they're part of the family madrigal. So yes, you'll Felix, Mary, Pepe, and my John, Mary, Julieta. That's how when I became Abuela madrigal. Let's go, let's go.
We swear to always help those around us and turn the miracle that somehow found us. The town keeps growing, the world keeps turning. With work and dedication, we'll keep the miracle burning. And each new generation must keep the miracle burning.
Wait, what's sister and who's a cousin? There's so many people. How do you keep them all straight? Okay. So many kids in our house. Let's sound up. You know why? I think it's time for grandkid roundup. Grandkid roundup. Cousin Dolores can hear a pin drop. Got me little shapeshifts. I'm so new guess gift today. My older sisters, Isabella and Luisa. One strong and graceful, perfect in every way. Isabella. Goes out, goes wide. Isabella. She's a perfect golden child. Luisa. And Luisa's super strong. The beauty and the bronze do no wrong. That's life in the family madrigal. Now you know the family madrigal, where all the people are fantastical and magical. That's who we are in the family madrigal. Adios.
So tell me, so in terms of the, I've seen you work, I've worked with you, and you've really brought out, a good thing when, expressing a song, because my interpretation could be one way, and then when it actually comes out, it's different.
En just wat je ziet, kijk, je also have to keep in mind, theater needs to reach the back of the audience. That is 700 people, let's say in the Queen's Hall. So, yeah, beautifully intimate, introvert expressions in your face and whatever, that has to be bigged up, because otherwise it doesn't reach over there. Good example, we were talking about a case where the song says, I hear voices in my head. So you can beautifully say, I hear voices in my head. But that is nice if you do a movie. But the audience over there, they need to see,
Yes.
yeah? You have to, really. And that is for some people a little bit, then they have to go outside of their comfort zone if you have to big it up. And that is then my task or whatever, because that is also, I don't know where she get all the talent from, because of course we started first with the senior choir, and yeah, quite quickly they started getting acquainted with me. So if I say, hey, I want a tableau over here, then they don't have to go. They understand that straight away. And no, yeah. But then she got this Lights of Love, and she got also this youth choir. Now, your direction is different for all of them, because the senior choir knows me very well. They don't be afraid anymore how they look or whatever. They are willing to look ugly on stage, because whatever. But not the youths, of course. And the youths, they want to shine. They want to impress
The peers.
the date, or whatever. So that you have to approach them also different. Children is a complete different story. Children are willing to go anywhere. If I say jump, whatever. But children, you should never over-rehearse them, because otherwise they become plastic.
Right.
You know, then in the class, love, no, I don't want that. So you give them the confidence to be on stage, to free it up on stage, but you leave a little bit for their own imagination and their own talents and whatever, to just bring it as so that it becomes so believable. On stage, the most important thing is, do I believe you? You sing, I love you. Then that is not only a word, that has to be in your body language, that has to be little glitter in your eye, that has to be the way how you say it or sing it or whatever. And what I also find that appeals so much to me, that is from all these love movements, different choirs or whatever, they are so believable. You see it in their eyes. They're not just singing it, they experience it. And that subconsciously radiates to the public. And that is why these shows and the performers, they don't look plastic, they don't look cheese. Eh? Yeah. If that face smiles, that comes from inside, because they feel it. And that is what we have to say so many. Yeah, don't sing the word, feel it. Yeah. You have to feel the story of the song. Yeah. And once again, by the senior choir, yeah, they're so experienced, so you have to just give them a hint, and they just take it in another way. By the youth, you have to give them the opportunity to shine, so you cannot let them look too.
So you have to deal with each group on differently.
Children are willing to do anything, but children you shouldn't over-rehearse, because otherwise you lose the spontaneity what they have.
Right.
And that is what you see quite often. Then you rehearse, and then when it's time for the production, then all kind of things start. They have now confidence, and they know how to walk on stage and whatever. And it is nice if we do, for example, production. We have a production with a full house, or we have to go and tape for television, and that is an empty audience because the cameras have to go really. Yeah. And then you saw also the last time that children need the feed from the audience, because otherwise they don't shine so much. Right. And then the only thing what happened, what was so nice, as soon as the camera came on stage, then suddenly they started to, because they had something to focus on.
Yeah. But I know the group has always been known, Bernadette, a group with soul. But I think so the drama and with Helmer's touches, it has kind of just brought it even more to life. So when, in terms of the children's group, because I know this year you had a fresh crop of children. Was it difficult choosing, especially for Encanto, in choosing the characters and then now having Helmer to sort of bring it out for them?
Well, as I said, we just had a few months and 90% of these kids were new. But we taught them the music, and I gave them an opportunity, would you like to audition for this part? So we did a few auditions, but I told them, go and look at the movie, see the character of the person, don't just sing, because some of them had lovely voices, but they had to prove to me that they could do the part, they could live the part, and especially as we wanted to have two casts in case anybody got sick with COVID, so we had two casts. So they themselves, when you choose the leading roles, you have to see that they also have to be able to feel it.
No! Louisa, it's okay to feel overwhelmed. Where are you going? Don't leave. Why does everyone run away? I wonder if this is why Bruno left.
We don't talk about Bruno.
Oh, that's all everyone ever says. I just want to know a bit more.
We heard that he saw the future, and one day he disappeared. Yeah, it was a nightmare. We don't talk about Bruno.
Shh. Tell me more.
He would say something terrible, and boom,
his story or mine.
I'm sorry, maybe like a wall.
Bruno says it looks like rain.
Why did he tell us?
In doing so, he floods my brain.
Gonna get the umbrella.
Married in a hurricane.
Joyous day, but anyway, we don't talk about Bruno. No, no, no. We don't talk about Bruno.
Good to live there when it starts ring stumbling. I can hold him, says about to ring and mumbling. I associate him with the sound of falling sand. It's heavy lifts, but the gift's so humbling. Almost at the brother and the family fumbling. Grab a look, pop, sees it, couldn't understand. Do you understand?
A 7-foot frame wraps along his back. When he calls your name, it all fades to black. Yeah, he sees your dreams and feasts on your screens.
We don't talk about Bruno. No, no, no. We don't talk about Bruno. He told me my fish would die the next day dead. He told me I'd grow a gut, and just like he said that all my hair would disappear. Now look at my head. Your veins are sealed when your prophecy is read.
He told me that the life of my dreams would be promised and someday be mine. He told me that my power would grow like the grapes that thrive on the vine.
Oye, Mariano's on his way.
That the man of my dreams would be just out of reach. Each ode to another. It's like I hear him now. I want not to sound out of now. I can hear him now.
Bruno. Yeah, about that Bruno. I really need to know about Bruno. Give me the truth and the whole truth, Bruno.
Isabella, your boyfriend's here. Time for dinner. 7
You're
foot
my way.
That the life of my dreams would be promised and someday be mine.
in the sky.
He told me that my power would grow like the grapes that thrive on the vine. I'm fine. He told me that the life of my dreams would be promised and someday be mine. And I'm fine, and I'm fine, and I'm fine, I'm fine.
Don't talk about Bruno. Not a word about Bruno.
What is going on here? We don't talk about Bruno for a reason.
I just thought about something because we were talking about 3 kind of choir members which I am confronted
Right.
with. The seniors, the youths, and the children. But, and that really, and I'm serious, that really touches me. Huh? There are also, Bernadette has arranged with some homes that we also have some people from the homes. Can you imagine if you're in a home, how come? You grow up most likely in a family where there was never applause. Yeah? You are put in that home. And most likely there's never applause in that home, and perhaps some abuse or whatever. And then you go to Bernadette's love movement, and in the first place you have there other people who love theater, who love singing, who love choreography and whatever. You are part of the things, you're put on a stage, you are given a costume, you're giving a choreography, and you're giving a singing lines or whatever, and suddenly you're standing on the biggest stage in Trinidad, 700 people who are willing to pay $300 and put on their pools and whatever, and you now for the first time from somebody coming from such challenged background, you're standing there and they applaud you. Can you imagine what that means for something like that? What a self-esteem is created over there. And that self-esteem it goes also for people who are, of course, better off, because also there you have shy people, you have people who are things, whatever, but they learn now how to present themselves, how to stand there on stage, how to take an applause, and I did a good job. Now that I can imagine, I can hardly imagine what that means for the mind of a person who comes from a very challenging home,
from any background,
from a very challenging.
I never thought of applause as you know, seeing, and that is I never don't mean applause is, but the reality of somebody who is not getting it at home, and an applause don't mean clapping alone. It could just mean
clap for them.
Yes, yeah.
Except, and once again, also for the people, it's not only I'm applauding for them when we do rehearsal and do something good. 700 people applauding over there.
Yes, yeah.
People who are 10 times better off than them, because they can buy a ticket, and they dress up, and they applaud for them. Now that is such a mind-boggling, fantastic side effect from what Bernadette's doing, and she's doing that for 50 years. 50 years. Can you imagine the amount of hundreds of people who grew up first in that children's choir, and then in that youth choir, and still around in the senior choir, whatever. How much people have benefited not only from just being on stage, whatever, but the whole being on stage has created a self-confidence. So the result is when they go now finally for an interview, I'm a doctor, I interview plenty of doctors. I know it within 3 minutes. Yeah? They, because they got the experience, they know how to present with it, how to sit, how to use the eyes or look at the people, whatever. Because all these things you learn also by directing the show or being part of the show. So therefore, and then Bernadette has always, parts of their show is also spiritual things. She normally prays or whatever. It doesn't matter what religion you are. Most religions have kind of universal values or whatever. So if that is installed in the people, do you realize how much people in Trinidad, how Trinidad can be so thankful that she has contributed to nation building from hundreds and hundreds of people over the last 50 years. Rehearsal is finished now. Okay, we finished. Bernadette can still a little prayer, and then we're going home. How much children come to Bernadette just to get a little hug?
Yeah.
Because that might be the last hug they get before they come back for the next rehearsal.
Yeah.
And that means, and that are not only the so-called from homes, that are all kind of children who might not get that personal attention or a little hug. Because father is too busy making career, and mother is too busy with making career, and the child is on his own, and the only thing what they have is the love movement.
Yeah. Well, a beautiful, universal view of life, folks, and it's really been a really tremendous conversation here with Helmer and Bernadette. I just want to thank you both for joining me on set again at this beautiful property, Hillstead Manor in St. Augustine, open for events. But I'm just happy to have been here. The conversation was so different and so real, and understanding how drama plays a role in singing, not in just plays, but also for production.
I would just like to say though that many people have been calling and asking about whether their kids could join Love Movement. I suggest that you go on Love Movement's Facebook page and send us a message. We are thinking about it. Somebody even suggested to start a Love Movement in San Fernando, but no way I can divide myself anymore. I'd love to do it, but please keep in touch with us, whether you want to join the youth, the senior group, or the Lights of Love. Send us a message on our Facebook page, and we will chat with you and welcome you. Thank you.
Thank you. So there you have it, folks, another episode of Seasons of Music. Thank you for joining us, and see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.